Okay, welcome everyone back. Baruch Hashem, another 5 minutes of Tefillah. And it's actually a very time-sensitive piece we're going to learn today, holding basically on Erev Rosh Hashanah. And this is coming on the heels of what we learned yesterday, which yesterday we said that incredible mashal. We have the robber, we have the thief. And as he's being dragged away, he tells them, but wait, I'm a relative of the king. And it was clear that he wasn't really a relative, or maybe he was a relative, but he wasn't acting like a relative. And still, when he appeared in front of the king, and he told the king, what do you mean? But I said I'm your relative. The king pardoned him. And with that, we explained of Shearim B'Tefillah this incredible type of tefillah called Kriya. When we call out to Hashem with the recognition that Hashem is that entity that can help all. And in truth, this comes from the words of the Vilna Gaon, which says, Afilu Rasha ubayteach b'Hashem. If we have a Rasha, but you have Bitachon, Chesed Yisevevenu, the Hashem's Chesed will surround you. And with this, continues of Shearim B'Tefillah, and he explains the Medrash of Menashe. And we're just going to read 3 lines of Shearim B'Tefillah inside, because this Medrash about Menashe really is the beautiful and quintessential source of tshuva. And what greater lesson as we enter into Rosh Hashanah, says of Shearim B'Tefillah, that what happened was Menashe is davening. Menashe is sitting there and they're boiling him up and they're trying to kill him. And he davens to all the idols and all his gods and nothing's working. So what does he do? He davens to Hashem and he says, so if you don't answer me, then you're no less than the idols. And the Malachi Asharis, what were they doing at that moment? Explains the Medrash, they were sois minas chaloinais. They were closing the windows. They didn't want this tefillah Menashe. And the Malachim said to Hashem, a person that puts idols in the Heichal, he could do tshuva. Responds Hashem, Im eini mekabelei tshuva, hari hadeles neula kineged kol balei tshuva. I'm shutting the door in front of all balei tshuva. What Hashem do? Chater loy kimin chatira tachas kisei hakavod. He dug a path under the kisei hakavod, and he accepted the tefillah of Menashe. And this is where Shearim B'Tefillah proves this line of the Gaon, that a Rasha, but he has bitachon in Hashem, Hashem will save him. But now if we think about this, and Shearim B'Tefillah thinks aloud for us, this should bring up a big question. What does that mean? He's a Rasha, but because he has bitachon in Hashem, everything's going to be okay? And with this, he answers a fundamental idea in all the world of Bitachon. And this is a footnote on the bottom in which he asks, and he says, it's famous that the Chazon Ish in his Sefer says that Bitachon does not mean everything's going to be okay. I think if you ask the average person, what does it mean Bitachon? He says, you believe in Hashem that everything's going to be good. Says the Chazon Ish, that's ridiculous. What do you mean you believe in Hashem, everything's going to be good? If Hashem wants it to be good, it'll be good. If Hashem doesn't want that to happen, it won't happen. What does it mean? And the Chazon Ish goes at length, and the Chovos Halvavi says, goes at length to prove that Bitachon doesn't mean I believe everything's going to be good. It's not Bitachon. Bitachon means I believe in Hashem, and I understand that Hashem is my Father, and He wants what's best for me, and He knows what's best for me. Now, I hope that this is what's best for me, is to become better. But the bitachon is the belief with absolute conclusivity in Hashem, in Him knowing what is best. That's the simple way of explaining the Chazon Ish of the Chovos Halvavi. Says the Shearim B'Tefillah, based on this Medrash of Menashe, with the words of the Vilna Gaon, we could give a slightly different explanation. And we could utilize more the way that people think that, if you believe everything's going to be good, it's going to be good. What is bitachon? I believe in Hashem. The Rasha believes in Hashem, and what happens? It's going to be good. Chesed Yisevevenu. But explains the Shearim B'Tefillah is utilizing the words of the Brisker Rav. That's only if you have a real belief in Hashem. And a Rasha needs a stronger belief in Hashem due to his rishus, due to his very far and low place. It's only going to work if he believes in Hashem that much more. Because he now has to believe not only is Hashem able to help me, but He even could help me, the lowly Rasha. And that's how Shearim B'Tefillah explains in Menashe, that even though Menashe was the lowest of the low, he put an idol in the Heichal, but because he understood that Hashem is the entity that could do anything, and He's infinite, and that was the way he davened, And he was Vayikra, calling out to Hashem, knowing Hashem's infinite power. Therefore, Hashem, they answered him. And with that, we conclude for today, and we walk into Rosh Hashanah with a beautiful message. Anyone can do tshuva, but we have to realize it's not as simple as saying, yeah, Hashem's going to help me. It's the realization of Hashem's infinite possibilities, infinite power. Then Vayikra, then we call out to him with the knowledge of that name of Hashem, the name being the infinite power of Hashem. And then Hashem, Kel Racham, Hashem will give us the ultimate tshuva, the ultimate kapara, a good gebench,